Alright guys, so here I got a little something new for you. As you guys remember, in my last video I was showing off the 1/18 scale wheels, the beadlocks for the tires, and the fact that you could put weight inside of these, and you could put 9mm cases in this and make that heavier, but these had the weight actually inside, and they had that back plate to work. That's the ring, and covered everything up. So I wanted to kind of do something like that on the 1-inch scale, so that you could use your regular tires instead of having to get these 1/18 tires. But obviously, there's not a whole lot of room inside of a 1-inch wheel to put a whole lot of weight in there. I mean, there's hardly any room at all. So I did my very best to try to make a design of the wheel that will put as much weight as possible in it. So I made it a beadlock, of course, and then instead of having the groove on the middle like the original does, I went ahead and ran the wheel all the way around and made it hollow on the inside. So there's room on the inside of this wheel to accommodate more weight. This, of course, as you can see, it goes right through. So the reason for that is I didn't want to have the hex in there with that cylinder, I guess, coming all the way through, because that would have been space that we would have lost from extra weight that we could have put in there. So plus there's no offset to this wheel using the original ones, and that makes your wheel sit really close to your chassis. So what I did was I added some offset on this wheel, and I went ahead and did a whole bunch of things at the same time. I turned the back ring that you use to close, the tire and the wheel to make it a beadlock, and I turned that into the hex and the ring. So this one piece will hold your wheel in the back onto the wheel. Will hold your tire, and it'll hold onto the wheel from the back, and you have your hole to go through there. And what you'll do is once you lock the back of the tire, you put this on your rig, you put the nut, and after that you put the weight inside of this and close it up with the front, which is this one. Of course, this is going to have to come after you actually mount the wheel onto your crawler, and the reason for that is, of course, you want to fill this up with the weight, and you're not going to be able to fill this up with the weight if you close it up, and this has to be fully closed. So it's a 3-piece set. This front, this is the back, and that's the wheel itself. Now, for us to be able to have this design, the wheel itself had to be slightly bigger in diameter than the original. It's very little, but it's there. So what that means is the tire is not going to compress as far down as the original one does, but it still compresses enough that it's going to get the job done. This, in any case, is this is a problem because you get caught up between rocks and then you can't get out anyways. So having this the side of this wheel flat like this is gonna let you be able to get over the rocks a lot easier than getting caught on this hole. But anyways, that's just like a side effect, I guess. So that's the wheel. Now let's look at the weights. Okay, this is stock everything. It's tire, wheel with the rings, and even the same bolts that came with it. And I put the hex in there so that we could add that weight to it as well. So let's go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to zero it in just in case. Boom. 11 grams for the stock. Now, this is the wheel mounted already. Of course, it's got the hex in there. It's got the front blocked. You can't hear it because I kind of packed them in there, not like those that were loose. This is filled to the max. See how much it weighs. 29.5 grams. So this one was 11, what's it, 11? Okay, 11 grams, and this one's 29 and a half. So right there, you just put on 18 and a half grams of weight to this wheel. Now 29 and a half grams is nothing, not bad. It's not bad at all. This will actually get you a lot of help when crawling, but I figure I wouldn't stop at that because obviously these are going to be 3D printed. You don't get a lot of weight from the plastic itself. So I went ahead and did a little bit extra. This is the metal plate in the front, and you can't really tell, but I put a metal plate there and one behind this one. It's the metal plates that I was using before on my mic cloths. These rings right here, they're actually metal. They weigh 3.2 grams each. And then these weigh 5.3 grams. So this wheel has two of these, one in the front, one in the back, which actually pushes this out a bit and then pushes the front one out a bit and gives me a little bit of room, extra room in there to put more of the little beads. And then of course it has one of these in the outside. So let's see how much that weighs. So that's 43.6, 43.5. All right, so 43.5 grams. So that's 32 and a half extra grams as compared to the stock wheel. Now that is a very good weight. I believe the heaviest I ran with my mic cloths on my Spider chassis was 40 grams. So this is actually heavier than what I was running on my mic cloths. I mean, not my cloths, my Mickey Thompsons on the Spider. And you're able to keep the full width of the tire. And you have the offset on the wheel. So this is going to stick out, you know, the same way that these stick out from having that there. So this wheel does all the functions. It gives you the offset, it gives you the extra weight, it gives you the width of the tire. So if you put the mic cloths here, they're gonna, you know, sit right. And if you use your stock wheels, they're still gonna be, you know, the same as they were from the factory. They're not gonna collapse as much, so you'll be able to get in through a lot more different obstacles without actually getting, you know, bundled up in there and caught. And it just opens up a little bit more options, you know. And let me see. And again, 43, I'm gonna say 43.5. So just between this and the other wheel, you have almost, what, 86, 87 grams just on the two front tires and wheels. If you went extreme, you know, like this one. But more realistically, if you're not gonna put the metal pieces, let's go ahead and zero that in. You will get about 29 and a half grams with this wheels. So it's not bad. Like I said, you can still go, you know, extreme like I did on this one, but and everything sits in there. It's not gonna get in the way. As you can see, the tire is actually wider than what the nuts are. I mean the bolts. So those don't stick out. You're not gonna get caught on those. But anyways, that's I guess that's my new design. I don't know. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Bye.